All right. So one match down and 9 more matches to go as the Super Eagles of Nigeria played out a one-all draw versus Lesotho in their first match of World Cup qualifiers. So definitely not the result we were looking for, but that doesn't mean all is lost. Now there's definitely a cause for concern whenever you drop points like we did, but we really don't have much time to focus on anything apart from our next match, which is the match against Zimbabwe. Before we get more into details about that match though, please make sure to like and share this video. Also comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, all that good stuff, and let's get it. So the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be playing the Warriors of Zimbabwe in World Cup qualification, and the match will be played 2 p.m. Nigerian time, hosted at the Huye Stadium in Kigali, Rwanda. Now, when it comes to watching the match, I actually thought it was going to be on Super Sports last time, but it wasn't. I checked and it wasn't on Super Sports, but you can catch it on the FIFA Plus website. You will have to use a VPN though, because for some reason in Nigeria you cannot watch a match that Nigeria is playing on the FIFA whatever page, and that's kind of messed up right there. But I will be putting the link in the community tab when the game is coming up, and you'll just need to get a VPN from your app store. It's gonna be free. Just look for a good one, the one with the most stars or whatever. Download it, and when it's game time you use it like that, and it should be working just fine. So first of all, we got a Super Eagles player dropping out of camp. Nottingham Forest striker Taiwo Awoniyi will be missing the next match. Apparently it's a groin injury type situation, so wishing him the best of health, and hopefully we get to see him as soon as possible back in action. Now when it comes to Zimbabwe, they come into this match against the Super Eagles with 1 point in the bag. They played out a draw in their opening match against Rwanda. That was a goalless draw. They're currently ranked 125th in the world, but kind of take that with a grain of salt, because they're just coming off an 18-month ban, and a lot happened in 18 months. That's probably why they're so low. A quality side, they have talented players who play in Southern Africa, players who play in the European continent, so they're definitely not a team to be taken lightly. Now with the Super Eagles, first of all, I feel like you got to give Lesotho their credit. Wasn't the most attractive football they played, but they did have a plan. They stuck to their plan and they got it done. So you got to give them their credit. 11 players behind the ball try to hit off counterattacks. Did not really work too much with a counterattack and stuff, but off the set piece they got the goal. And I feel like even though we had a lot of misses, we still had a lot of the ball, over 70% of the ball, over 20 shots taken. But even though we had a lot of misses, I feel like it comes down to set piece defense. I mean, it's just atrocious. You have a player that is allowed to just run straight into the 6-yard box and head the ball. And the players that were standing there, you're like, why didn't you stop them? No, that's where they were told to stand. And that's the thing with zonal marking. You're only responsible for the place you're standing in. But if the player that's playing this corner kick can put this ball in a pocket of space that those players are not standing, and you have somebody running into that pocket of space, there's a good chance he's going to beat everybody to the jump, get to the ball. And if you see the goal, he didn't even need to direct it. It just hit his head and went into the back of the net. So I feel like number one, zonal marking needs to stop. And number two, Jose Peseiro, what have you really learned, sir? You go back to your time in Saudi Arabia and you have the World Cup ticket in your hand, but with a set piece, they score a goal against you. And by they, I'm talking Bahrain in the 2010 World Cup qualifiers. And this is over a decade away, and you're still making the same mistakes. And that's my issue. I feel like he has done a good job. I mean, I was even talking about the formation, 4-4-2, 4-4-2. And I'm like, we create a lot of opportunities with this formation. I mean, even in this match, when we were losing or when we were trying to get it past the 1-1 mark, we were creating opportunities. It wasn't about creating opportunities, but if you're trying to win something, if you're trying to go far with this team, the set piece defending is just not gonna work. And if Jose Peseiro cannot work on that, I feel like that's an issue right there. That's a big issue, because that's an issue that we were kind of cleaning up before he came in, and now it just seems like it's worse. Because look at this, the man is allowed to run through everybody, and you got people just looking there. They're just standing there because that's what they're told to do. That's not marking. You're just marking space, and all I have to do is have somebody with quality enough to get it in a certain space, and I have a player that can make that run, and that's like a free meal delivered to you each time. But that being said, I do feel like this could be like a blessing in disguise, a wake-up call type of thing for the players. Lets them know that, look, this is not going to be easy. There's a small margin for error when you're playing in these games. Even if you're playing against the smaller teams, that margin of error is still not large. Now, for me, I still feel like the Super Eagles have what it takes to qualify for the upcoming World Cup. Yes, not the best performance and result, but at the end of the day, there's still time. We got 9 matches. We can still get the job done. I believe in the players. I mean, yes, we need to fix things here and there, but these are things you would expect Jose Pizarro to handle. But let me know your thoughts on this situation. Super Eagles playing their next match against Zimbabwe tomorrow, 2 p.m. Nigerian time. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and also like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.